Guiding jewels.
Inshallah, we're going to go through what we did last time, because we couldn't actually hear the sound of the mistakes. We started last week with the common mistakes that people make often. Okay, and though I did explain the each mistake 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but we were not able to actually hear the sounds from the actual Sheikh, Dr. Ayman Suwayd. Is one of the pioneers of the Tajweed nowadays. He's famously known for his accuracy and his demand as well. He really is very demanding when it comes to reciting the Quran. He will not let a tiny mistake go without him picking it up. Okay. So what we try to do is we try and go over these 6 common mistakes, and then we try and pick up another 6 after this one. So the first common mistake, he says عدم فتح الفم بالمقدار المطلوب عند النطق بها نحو موسى. Okay, he said one of the mistakes that people often make is that they don't open the mouth as much as they should. Example, he picked up this one.
Musa.
Yeah, what he's talking about, he says, for example, instead of saying Musa, look at my mouth, Musa, Musa, you would say Musa, Musa. Can you see my mouth is more flat? It's flatter as opposed to it shouldn't be Musa like this. Otherwise, you make it emphatic. No, it should be in the middle. Musa, Musa.
Stretching.
Yeah.
It's like when you smile and you stretch. Yeah.
Exactly. As opposed to the mistake is referring to is when you say Musa, Musa. Well, this is one. This is one of the mistakes. It's common actually. Okay. The second one, he says خلط صوتها بشيء من صوت الياء فتصير كالألف الممالة. Okay. He said the second one, he said, is that you mix the sound of alif. Remember, this is what we're talking about. أخطاء تقع عند النطق بالألف. He said the mistakes, the common mistakes which people make when they pronounce the alif. Okay, remember we're talking now, just the one letter we're talking about is the alif. Okay, the alif letter. All right, so here for example, مالكي, he said خلط صوتها بشيء من صوت الياء فتصير كالألف الممالة نحو. Let's hear the sound.
Maliki. Maliki.
Okay, can you see this one is similar to the first one? Yeah. Maliki. Yeah. Maliki. Yeah. It's like you add little ya there. It's like yeah at the end of the alif, which he says it shouldn't. It should be maliki. Maliki, as opposed to maliki. So at the end of ma, you hear that little ya in there. Just slight. As I told you, he's very, very accurate. Okay. This is what he's talking about. خلط صوتها بشيء. So خلط صوتها بشيء بصوت الياء means it's like you're adding a slight sound of ya when you stretch when you pronounce the stretching alif. So it's a maliki, yeah. Okay, this is what he's talking about. Okay. The third one, yeah. Any questions? Yeah, is that clear?
Yeah, that's clear. Yeah.
It's clear. Okay. Third one is خلط صوتها بشيء من صوت الواو. This one is very common as well. Few of you as well does this sometimes. It says خلط صوتها بشيء من صوت الواو. Means when you pronounce the alif, you mix with it some sound of waw. Okay, you mix with it some sound of waw. How? For example, let's hear the sound.
Khalidin.
Yeah, it's very common. Yeah, I think most of you, this is how you pronounce it. Because when you try to make the letter kha emphatic, that's how you pronounce it. Okay, listen again.
خالدين
Or
فطول.
do you see what he means? Who can explain what he means? What is the mistake? Yeah, I mean, who can explain what is he referring to here? Sami?
To make a sound of wow
Yeah.
while pronouncing kha. So
Yeah.
making, rather than you're making your lips round.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes, you're making, and this sound particularly, the mechanics of making this sound is that when you try to pronounce the kha, the letter, the emphatic letter kha, sorry, or ta, instead of saying kha, look on my lips, kha, khalidin, khalidin. Some people they do it like this, khalidin, khalidin. They gather the lips together like this, khalidin. Then this sound of like wow
Wow.
gets you know involved or gets sounded as well. So same thing, fatole, fatol. You see, look, fatol. So when you say fatol, when you transfer the ta with alif, you add a little fatol, fatole, fatole. Can you see? Can you see that?
Yeah.
Wala, yeah, or khal or khalidin. This is what some people read the emphatic letter of kha. Khwa. Can you see khalidin? So kha wa is like that. It says this slight sound of wow at the end of stretch of alif. Yeah, at the end of stretch in the kha with alif, we incorporate some sound of wow for the alif. You say khalidin, khalidin. Can you say khalidin? You hear that wo, okay? So
Is it like, I think when you round your lips, then it's wow sound naturally is gonna come out.
It's gonna come out exactly, even if it doesn't come out fully, but there is because some I noticed the brothers from the subcontinents normally this is how they pronounce the emphatic letters, like they say toa, hua, hua. You know that's how they add that wow sound. Okay, is that clear, inshallah?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll move into the next one. Yeah. Okay. تفخيمها في محل ترقيق. Okay. He said تفخيمها في محل ترقيق. He said or making the alif emphatic when it should be light. If you remember, we spoke about this. We said that alif has two qualities. Sometimes it comes is pronounced emphatically, sometimes it's pronounced light. Okay, and we said that it is pronounced emphatically if it's preceded by an emphatic letter, and it is pronounced lightly if it is preceded by a light letter. Okay, so here in mistake number 4, it says تفخيمها في محل الترقيق. It said make it we make it emphatic or thick or pronounced with full mouth when it should be pronounced with empty mouth or light. Okay, so example, let's hear the example. He says
النهار.
again, this is common. I mean, even myself sometimes I make it if I don't concentrate, I say an-nahar. Okay, and when it should be an-nahar. Okay, sorry. Okay, as opposed to an-nahar. Here I'm making it a little bit more emphatic. So I'm saying an-nahar. No, it should be an-nahar. Yeah, an-nahar. But you have to be careful not to make ra light as well. When you try to pronounce the nun and the ha light, make sure also you don't make the ra light, because in this case ra it's emphatic. Okay, so the way to get to pronounce the letters properly is that you try to pronounce them like you pronounce them individually. Okay. النها النها النهار. Yeah. النهار. Yeah. Yeah. Same thing. النار النار. Yeah. النار. Yeah. Let's listen to the sound.
النهار
This is the mistake. Okay. No, no. Yeah. Or sorry, النهار or
النار
النار. When it should be the correct in the accurate pronunciation, it should be النار النار. Yeah, can you see the difference? Yeah, same thing here.
الباطل
الباطل here, because we're making also ba emphatic when it shouldn't be emphatic. Ba is light letter, it should be ba ba as opposed to ba. Yeah, but we hear often people saying al-batil. Yeah, al-batil. Reason being because ba is followed by an emphatic letter ta ta. Yeah, that's why often people who haven't studied, you know, the Tajweed, you will hear them saying al-batil al-batil. For the common people that they will not be able to tell, you know, that there is a slight you know, mispronunciation of the ba. Yeah, because it's supposed to be al-batil al-batil. Yeah, al-batilu. Yeah, as opposed to al-batilu. Can you see? Yeah, happy with that?
الباطل
Yeah.
الباطل
Alba. This is what he said. We shouldn't pronounce it. This is what he's saying. He's saying not al-batil, al-ba, as opposed to al-ba. Can you see the difference? Yeah. The fifth one is we saw last week also. It says ترقيقها في محل التفخيم, meaning that we make it light instead of emphatic. Okay. For example, let's hear this one.
خالدين
Yeah.
خالدين
Yeah.
خالدين غائبة غائبة.
Yeah. So here he's saying we're making the alif light when it's supposed to be emphatic because it's preceded by an emphatic letter. So it should be kha, kha, khalidin, khalidin. Yeah, khalidin, as opposed to khalidin, khalidin. Yeah, ghaiba, ghaiba. This is what he said. It shouldn't be. You shouldn't say غائبة. Yeah, it should be غا, غائبة, غائبة. Again, be careful. You don't say غائبة. Yeah, غائبة. Here, you're making here, the mistake you're making here is you're making ba emphatic. Yeah. So in your mind, when you try to pronounce it, you pronounce each letter individually. So you say غا, sorry, غا, غائبة, غائبة, خالدين, خالدين. Again, be careful you don't make the lam emphatic here. You don't say خالي, خالدين, خالدين. No, خالي, خالدين, خالدين, غائبة, غائبة, as opposed to غائبة or غائبة. Okay, that's what Ayman said. Listen again, how you shouldn't pronounce the alif in fact.
خالدين غائبة.
Okay, is that clear?
Yep.
Okay, 6-1 خلط صوتها بصوت الغنة. Okay, خلط صوتها بصوت الغنة. Basically he's saying mix the sound of alif with the sound of the غنة. For example,
الرحمن الرحمن.
yeah, can you hear the sound? Some of the sound of alif is coming from the nose, like this. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman. Can you see? If I block my nose, then you cannot hear the sound of alif properly, because I'm pronouncing the sound of alif with ghunna, okay? Or even if it's a little bit, okay? For example, this one as well.
الناس
Look.
الناس
الناس. Yeah, and it should be Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahman. Can you see when I block my nose, there's no effect on alif, okay? Because I'm not pronouncing the sound from my nose, okay? I'm not saying Ar-Rahman, okay? Ar-Rahman, yeah? This is what he means with mistake number 6. He says خلط صوتها بصوت الغنة, means mixing the sound of alif with the sound of ghunna. Okay, is that clear?
Yes.
Yep.